Hey everybody, welcome back into the Ramsey Ranch kitchen. This is Friday evening. We're gonna go do another sort of weekend in the life here at the Ramsey Ranch. Brooks is going to smoke up a pork butt shoulder, a bunch of chicken, and some salmon for us in his pellet smoker. I have to get it seasoned for him. I'm looking forward to trying these with some of the sauces from Pampered Chef, the new savory sauce mix. What do we got? We got sweet onion, bourbon brown sugar, and teriyaki with honey. But that's not all we're going to do on this particular episode. I'm probably going to be making some slaw to go along with the pork and some potato salad. So you're going to get kind of the whole summer real feel meal deal here. And then we're actually, in the morning, I'm going to go to the farmers market and check out what they've got there up in Dandridge, Tennessee. My daughter Emily and son-in-law Nathan and the baby boy, our grandson, are running Nathan's stepmom's sourdough bread stand there. She is an amazing baker, Leahanne's homemade breads. And so we're going to go see them up there and see what the farmers market has. And we're going to go see how the baby chicks have grown again for another week. I'm sure they're huge at this point. And so we're going to probably do some yard stuff. Don't know if I'll take you along for that, but you're going to find out as I do what we do. So I'm going to season these meats up, and I'll show you what I'm doing. And then I will see you tomorrow when Brooks puts them on the smoker.
Oh, it's a simple living in the hills of Tennessee. But Brooks and Christy say that's the life for me.
So anyway, I have a 7.5 pound pork shoulder butt. I got all of this meat. This is 7.5 pounds. We've got 1.89 pounds, and this one is 2.53 pounds. And then this lightly smoked, ready to cook salmon is 0.87 pounds. All of this meat all together was less than $20, believe it or not. We got this at Gordon Food Service, the big pork butt. It's a Smithfield pork butt shoulder. And the meats were at Aldi for like $2 a pack for the chicken, and the smoked salmon for almost a pound was $5. So we decided this was the perfect opportunity to go ahead and bring out the smoker for the season. He loves to smoke his meats, and to try these new sauces because all of them sound like they would be awesome with all of this. So for our pork butt, I'm gonna liberally season it with pink sea salt. Get it on there good. And then I'm going to use the Pampered Chef crushed garlic and peppercorn seasoning. I want these to stay in the fridge overnight so that, of course, it absorbs all the flavor. This is just garlic powder, organic garlic powder. And then the main seasoning is the Pampered Chef Smoky Barbecue Rub. It is one of my favorites, especially for anything with pork. We're of course going to pull this for sandwiches, and we'll have some slaw on the top. And as you can see, I am layering it on. I am not being skimpy. All right. Need to carefully turn this over. And wash my hands. And do the same thing. Salt. And crushed peppercorn. Ugh. Guys, ladies, the Pampered Chef seasonings are just so good. I've been using them my whole life. and there are not many that can compare, in my opinion. And more of the smoky barbecue. We're just gonna rock and roll that on there. I'm gonna turn it just a little bit to try and get some on the sides. We want it to be a tasty pork butt shoulder. Pork. How is it? Okay, so how do they, I don't know a lot about meat cuts, to be honest. How do they get pork butt and shoulder on the same piece? Y'all, I like big butts that I can't stop. Alright, so I have a clear garbage bag here. This big butt, shoulder. Still don't understand how butt and shoulder go together. But I think it'll be a good butt. I'm gonna go ahead and take these seasonings that are on the board. Get them in there with there. We don't want to waste any of our seasonings if we can help it. And just like that, I have things cleaned up. Our big butt is in its bag. And I've got these 4 in-bone chicken breasts to do. So of course we're going to start with some salt. I think the teriyaki sauce will be very good on that, and the sweet onion too. Actually, I think all 3 will be good on the chicken. Alright, so we got that. And then we're just going to use our Pampered Chef rotisserie seasoning. Seasoning the chicken pretty simple. Use this hand to turn it. Not let this hand touch our chicken. And use our salt. Some folks wash their chicken. I do not. Studies have shown it is not necessary unless it's starting to get a little funky, which this is not. This is actually great. It was in the clearance bin, but it smells fine. There's no smell. And then using the rotisserie seasoning. I am a liberal seasoner. We like a lot of flavor. So hopefully that's enough. I think I'm going to go on this side with a little bit of the garlic and peppercorn too. Okay. I'm going to pat that down. I've got another Ziploc bag here. Don't know if all 4 of these will fit, but we're going to try, and if not, we got another one. Picking up some of that seasoning. And anyway, all right. Wash my hands again. Vision has not been invented yet, but the smells of these spices on this meat is amazing. We are not going to do anything with the salmon till tomorrow. We'll probably just salt it a little bit and let it go. But we've got our chicken and we've got our big old pork butt and shoulder. So we will see you in the morning when it's time to smoke these babies. So for our potato salad, and this is my somewhat famous potato salad with a few different ingredients than you're used to, but I will go over that. I've got about 2.5 pounds of red potatoes. I do not peel them. I've got 5 green onions and 2 stalks of celery. I'm gonna go ahead and chop up my potatoes into bite-sized pieces. And I'm putting them in the steamer basket because we're gonna do this in the Pampered Chef Deluxe multi-cooker. I have these in my Amazon store. If you need one it would work for any pressure cooker, Instapot, or whatever you've got. But we do the potatoes and the eggs all together in the deluxe multi-cooker. So that's pretty cool. It's a big time saver, and today I need to save as much time as possible. Brooks is outside getting the smoker together, ready to put the pork butt on. We'll put the pork butt on first, and then we will add the chicken when it's time, and the salmon will probably come in at the end, around an hour out. But it's going to take about 9 hours to smoke the pork butt. So it is around 8:30 in the morning, so around 5:30 or so it should be done. And we'll be ready to eat. And the potato salad will have had some time to marinate. I'm also going to make a slaw with sorghum syrup. And it's going to be a really nice complement to pork. Alrighty, we have so much going on the Ramsey Ranch this morning. I've got my potatoes in my steamer basket, as well as 4 beautiful eggs from the country cluckers outside. I'm putting it in our deluxe multi-cooker. I'm putting the lid back on. And I'm gonna go for custom 4 minutes. That's all it takes. And start. Back to the cutting of our veggies.
So good morning on the Ramsey Ranch. Christy's got things going. We got Brooks Cooks in the backyard. I'm here to tell you right now, guys, why smoking is good for your health. That's right. And secondhand smoke, it is amazing, and it smells delicious when it's coming from right here, okay? So we've got wood pellets. Christy has marinated, if you want to call it marinated.
Dry rubbed
the pork butt.
Butt shoulder. It's a butt shoulder.
Butt shoulder. That's funny. So, smoker has been going for a little bit. We've got it up to 250. Going to maintain a consistent 250 here. Beautiful. And we've got some hickory chips inside in the tray. Those are dry. And
it wouldn't fit in a Ziploc, so it went in a garbage bag.
It did go in a garbage bag.
It's a 7.5 pounder.
It's a big boy. Now,
I called it a girl.
First of all, look how beautiful that is. Now, you're asking me, Brooks, how are you going to do this? See that fat cap? That fat cap is going to go up, and it's going to go directly on here. Now you're saying, why are you doing that? Fat cap is going to go up because we're using indirect heat at 250. This is going to maintain a consistent temperature all day. And that fat cap, when you leave it up on a butt like that, that fat cap, that meat, as it cooks, is just going to render down.
And you've got applewood chips in there.
I do have applewood chips. That fat is going to render down into that meat, and that's going to give you that juiciness that you really want. Now, I will come back and we'll show you how we're going to moisten it up as it goes along. But if you put that fat cap down, then all your juice just goes right into the pool in the bottom of the smoker, and there went all your flavor. There went everything. So, we've got it started. We'll come back and we'll show you a little bit more.
Alright, so I'm going to make you my special potato salad. It is not your grandma's or your mom's potato salad. It is Christy's potato salad. My own recipe. It does have a few special ingredients, which I will tell you how you can get. If you cannot get them, you could certainly modify with something similar within your own pantry. But Brooks and others, including Jen from Rich and Jen's Adventures, for those of you who watch them, have fallen in love with my potato salad. So what is the secret ingredient? There's two. This is champagne dill mustard from the Biltmore in Asheville. That's the mustard I use. Now, Brasswells is actually the maker of this mustard, and in our Amazon shop, and the link down below in the description is a link to our Amazon shop where you can find the Brasswells champagne dill mustard. It's the same thing. So you don't have to order from Biltmore, although you can go to shop.biltmore.com and order it through Biltmore as well. I think it would end up being more money with the shipping they charge than what it is on Amazon. And then the other ingredient, it uses a little bit of cooking wine. Yes, cooking wine instead of like a vinegar. That brings the flavor of this potato salad into another realm. There's not enough to make anybody drunk. It's just a couple of tablespoons, but it's all about the flavor. So I've got my 2 stalks of celery and my 4 or 5 green onions chopped up. All right, so I'm measuring with my heart today. I'm gonna go in with a heaping tablespoon. That even might be 2-ish, tablespoon and a half, or somewhere around there. I'm gonna say tablespoon and a half of the champagne dill mustard. They used to make it in these pretty little cups, which I actually save aside for like a jelly jar. They come in a more square-ish container now. All right, so I've just got Holland House white cooking wine. You could use a dry white wine if you have it. Any white wine except the sweet white wine would work. So I am 2 tablespoons of the cooking wine. This is the Pampered Chef dill mix, probably for the last 30 years of my life. This is one of their first, the OGs of their mixes that Pampered Chef had. Hang on, let me get this, clean off my scrapers here. Anyway, dill mix has been a part of my life and my family, even my mom's potato salad, which is totally different than this, for many years. So I'm going in with about a tablespoon of the dill mix. All right, we got that. Next, I've got some sea salt. I would say a good few pinches of sea salt because those potatoes will absorb the salt as it marries in the refrigerator. And now I'm going in with some black pepper. However much you want. We like pepper, so we go in with quite a bit. I would say at least a half a teaspoon would be sufficient. So I actually do go ahead and mix up all my dressing while the potatoes are cooking so that those flavors can go ahead and kind of marinate and get happy together. You gotta have them happy together. Not singing good today. All right, mayo. Well, we have become a blue plate family. After years of being Hellmann's and Duke's, we have decided blue plate is our mayo of choice now. So I'm going in with probably about a cup of mayonnaise. Nice big dollop of mayonnaise. And I think that does it. That is all that is in Christy's tater salad. Although with the fancy schmancy mustard and the wine, maybe it should be called potato salad. What do you think? All right, so we are gonna, you know what I'm gonna do? Hang on. One thing I do, I'm gonna add in a splash of cream. Just a tablespoon or so, which will make all of that marry even better, and they'll live happily ever after in a bowl of potato salad until it's gone. Okay, so it smells like wine. and champagne dill mustard. All right, so every good cook needs to taste it before you're done. I like to make sure that this is good and salty before I call it good, because you want it to be salty so that the potatoes absorb all that flavor. It's salty, but I want it to be just a little bit more salty, just because of those potatoes. And so I added another pinch. All right, so our dressing is done. We're waiting on our potatoes. I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna make a quick coleslaw next. Okay, for our coleslaw, we're gonna go probably about a half a cup of mayonnaise. I might as well just finish this jar. It'll just be a little extra creamy, and that will be fine. All right, so we've got maybe 3/4 a cup of mayonnaise. Half to 3/4 should be enough. Splash of cream, tablespoon or so. Pepper. Again, at least a half a teaspoon, I say, would be enough. I'm off key today. All right, that's plenty. Salt. A couple of pinches of salt. Now this is going to have a little bit of a sweetness to it, so the salt and the sweet will go great together. All right, we have celery seed. I am a celery seed is necessary in coleslaw kind of girl. What do you think? I look for celery seed when I get coleslaw out, and I examine it to see if it's in there. All right, so I'm going with about a half a teaspoon of celery seed. And we're going to use a little bit of smoky barbecue rub that we used on the pork butt and shoulder, because this slaw is going to be meant to be on the sandwich. So I will say probably another half a teaspoon of that. And we've got apple cider vinegar. I buy the Bragg's, which has the mother in it, and it's just a good apple cider vinegar. So 1 tablespoon, 2 tablespoons. All right, secret ingredient, sorghum syrup, y'all. Instead of sugar, we are using sorghum syrup, which is gonna bring out the flavor of the smoky barbecue, gonna give it a rich, deep, sweet flavor, which is gonna go so good on that that pork butt. So I'm gonna do like a heaping tablespoon of the sorghum syrup. This is from Muddy Pond Sorghum. You can get it on Amazon. We've got it in our Amazon shop, or you can go to muddypondsorghum.com and figure that out. I will put the link up. It might not be exactly Muddy Pond Sorghum, but I'll put the link up so you guys can see it. I use this in my National Brunch Month video, and we have learned to use sorghum for so many different things. So I'm just gonna give it a mix up. Mix it up, baby, now. I don't think that's how that goes. I'm singing today. So after this, I'm headed to the farmer's market. Emily and Nathan and our grandson and baby boy Malachi are there selling for Miss Leahanne, Nathan's stepmom. She is the ultimate sourdough queen. Like, so many. Like, wait till you see it. All right, let me taste this.
MuddyPondSorghum.com is correct.
That is, wow. Little sweet, little tang, which is exactly what you want. All right, so I'm being lazy today. I've got a 14-ounce bag of the coleslaw mix. Dumping it in. Brooks, I think you're gonna like this coleslaw.
No doubt about it.
It's my recipe, I made it up. I'm a bit of a mad scientist in the kitchen, y'all, if you haven't figured that out yet. All right, tossing it. That's gonna be so nice. Oh, I'm excited for dinner. So we might actually be taking you somewhere. This might be a long video, guys, but that's okay. You get one a week, so spend an hour with me. We might actually take you along to the auction later after dinner. Planning to go to the auction. There are a couple of things I'm looking into. There's a freezer, upright freezer, and a really neat yard decoration that I'm hoping will not go real expensive. All right, it's done. Alrighty, Slaw's done. Looks amazing. Look at that. This is the Pampered Chef 1-quart insulated serving bowl. Since we'll probably eat outside, this is actually insulated. It will go in the refrigerator, and then when you take it out, it will keep your food cold for several hours. So you don't have to worry about the mayonnaise spoiling, and that just works out really well. And it has this little side clip so that when you're serving your food outside, you don't have to put the lid anywhere. It just stays on there. And there we have it. Beautiful. Slaw is done. All right, we'll be back when the potatoes are done and the eggs are done, and we will finish the potato salad. The potatoes and eggs are done, and you let them slow release for 4 or 5 minutes. There we go. And nobody has to touch the vent valve. Love that. Excuse my crazy sink, y'all, but this is a necessary step. Once we get the eggs out, they have to go in the ice or cold water bath for 4 minutes to make the shells release easy. And I just use an ice pack with some ice cold water, and that's it. Everybody into the pool. And we got a cracky shell, but that's not going to hurt anything. And while those are cooling off, we're going to let our taters cool off just a few minutes in the basket, and then we're going to put together our potato salad. Got our potatoes, got our eggs. I'm going to show you real quick how easily these crack and peel. Look at that. Basically falls right off. And these are fresh eggs. They're eggs from our chickens within the last few days. So there is a way to get your eggs to hard boil and peel quickly, and that is using the deluxe multi-cooker, or if you have an Instant Pot, it's 4 minutes on high and then a 4 to 5 minute release and 4 minutes in ice water. Super easy. And I'm just going to use my Pampered Chef utility knife here that comes with the knife block to chop our eggs up in there. Doesn't have to be cute, fancy, or pretty, because guess what? It gonna get ate. It's time to bring our tater salad home. I'm just gonna mix in our eggs into our dressing, which Brooks tasted, by the way, and said it was perfect. So he's the one I aim to please when it comes to potato salad. And if he says it's good, then I know it's good. Throw in our potatoes. So easy. in the multi-cooker and the steam basket. I've got these in our Amazon shop. The steamer baskets comes with two. This is the larger one, and then it has a smaller one where you can steam veggies and obviously potatoes and things like that in the steamer basket. And we've got it in the Amazon shop. Link is below down in the description. Just if you are interested in something like that. I know a few of you have actually purchased the deluxe multi-cooker through our Pampered Chef store, and you've been using it. So this is another recipe to add to your arsenal. And we're just mixing it in there. Potatoes are still warm. You want that because that helps the flavors to marry together even further. So by the time we eat dinner tonight, you know, 6-7 hours from now, it will be perfectly married. And that's it. Done. You got coleslaw for your pulled pork, potato salad for the side. Yum. It smells so good. All right, so we are good. It is ready to roll. Look at that. All right, I'm getting to the car and we are going to Dandridge to the farmers market.
I wanna go home. Underneath this starry sky, I wander through the memories in my mind. Every road I've traveled, every tear I've cried, feels like a piece of me left behind. Oh, there's a whisper in the wind tonight, a gentle pull guiding me to the light. I wanna go home where angels sing, to a place where love is everything.
Made it to the farmers market. Look at all this.
Oh, yeah.
And look at that right there. Hey, Grammy. Say hi, Ramsey Ranch people.
Say hi.
This is our grandbaby Malachi, for those who don't know, and my daughter Emily.
Hi.
There yesterday and trying to. Hi.
Hi. Son-in-law Nathan and friend Mark.
Exactly.
Yep.
At Leanne's Heritage Breads. So Emily and Nathan and my baby grandson Malachi are here running Leanne's Homemade Breads. Leanne is Nathan's mom and Emily's mom-in-law, and she is a sourdough queen, right?
Yep, she is.
She is. And they don't sell online yet, right?
They do.
They do
And
sell online.
They ship as
Okay,
well.
what's their website? Do we know? If
Leanne's
not,
Homemade Breads. We have it right here.
okay.
Scan a QR code. Leanne's Heritage Breads.
Okay.
No, it's the website is Homemade Breads.
Okay. So what do they have today?
Well, she's got her homemade sourdough cinnamon rolls.
Oh, me and Malachi were just eating some and they are good.
We had a lot more a couple hours ago. We've been really busy, but we have our sweet sourdough,
Which is like a sandwich
our
bread.
regular traditional sourdough.
Isn't that beautiful?
How you doing, sir?
We have a bunch of different kinds with inclusions in
Like
it.
sourdough bread?
We also have mini loaves. We just have a bunch. I mean, it's just
Even
all really good.
pumpernickel. You can get a mini pumpernickel for $6. And the sandwich bread sourdough is $12. Really nice.
She really puts her heart into it, so it's honestly, it's awesome selling it. It's worth it. Worth every penny. So.
Ooh, is that yummy? Mmm. Malachi loves his Mimi cinnamon rolls, and Grammy is giving him some.
If you want it as a table bread, I have found that you can just crisp it up a little because she needs help now. Right.
We got some plant starts. I'm thinking about getting some more cucumbers Flowers in the Fork, Specialty Flower Farm and Florals from Jill Childress. Wow, jack of all trades. Beautiful stuff. Look at this. Look at the cross. I love it. Oh my.
We go every December, and sometimes we do the odd trip in between. Yeah. But, yeah. So we usually do like a 3-week trip down there. We do.
So we've got Endeavor Coffee Roasters here that's roasted right here in Dandridge.
Hi everyone.
And what's your name?
I'm Kevin Johnson.
Kevin's going to tell us more about it.
Sure. We specialize in premium or select quality coffee beans, small batch roasted right here in Dandridge, and organic. So it's a pretty clean cup of coffee. People just love, especially like the Vic.
I got the Vic. I got a full bag of the Vic here. And let me tell you, that is it's beautiful.
And my wife makes these bracelets here. So why bracelets and coffee? Well, she's a great crafter, and I fell in love with coffee and started the business principally because we run on the side a nonprofit. And all of the sales here, all the profits that we make on these go to our nonprofit, where we build mostly homes for underprivileged or poorer people. And we partner with an organization called Techo in Central South America. We build homes every December. So if you want to join us on a trip, let us know.
That's
It's
awesome.
Helping Hands, Grateful Hearts is our
Mission,
nonprofit.
yeah.
Yep. And if you like coffee and want to support a great cause, come on down, see us. I also sell online, EndeavorCoffeeRoasters.com.
Guys,
We'd love to see you all out here.
ladies and gents, this is seriously good coffee. Seriously good coffee.
Thanks so much.
Hi, babies. Look how big you're all getting. Everybody's getting so big. That's Emmy Lou. Emmy Lou is getting real big. They grow so fast. Hi, honeys. Hey, Emmy. Hey, girls. Every feet. Hey, honey. Pretty girl. Pretty girl.
Are we ready to do the halfway reveal here?
I'm ready.
Ooh. How beautiful that pork is looking.
That is a beautiful butt shoulder.
Yeah, it's doing well. We're gonna add some chicken to the fray. Same thing here. These are with the rib meat. Fat side up. Same process here. Now, Christy has seasoned these, but we're going to baste them after a while. Okay?
We're going to use some of those savory sauces that I talked about earlier.
That's right. Now,
But we're basting our butt shoulder.
this is the
Flexible
basting
bottle. Yeah.
We have apple cider vinegar, sorghum, and a little bit of water in it.
So it's like a quarter cup of apple cider vinegar, a quarter cup of water, and a heaping tablespoon of the sorghum syrup, which will be fantastic. See how it's coming out there?
Squeezing the bottle a little bit.
Currently, they have these on sale until the end of May 2025 on my Pampered Chef website, which the link is below. All the grilling tools are on sale, y'all. What do you think of that? That's the first time you've used that.
I love that actually because it's very, wow. And you see what we're doing here.
How beautiful is that butt?
We're keeping the butt wet. We keep it wet. And that keeps the juice there. Because juice is good when it comes to meat.
Because it makes it moist.
You said it.
We got Brooks and John Construction here putting together rocking chairs.
Ramsey and Romano Construction.
And alright, so we got salmon on the smoker now. I've got lemon pepper, garlic powder, dill and lemon on salmon. The chicken's looking good. Butt's looking good. And I think we're going to do a little bit more of a baste on this butt shoulder. I don't like that we're calling it a butt shoulder. Awesome. I love this basting bottle. It's awesome. So I've got teriyaki sauce with honey that I'm going to put on these 2 chicken breasts. And I've got sweet onion. We're going to go on with these 2 chicken breasts. On sweet onion. That's a nice good sauce. Oh yeah, oh look how good all of that looks. It's going in with our meat shredders. Oh, look at that.
Yep.
That's a thing of beauty right there.
That is. Alright, so we've got the meat.
Alright, that's the sweet onion. Chicken breast. Those look amazing. So you can just tell they're done?
Oh yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
the teriyaki.
Matter of fact, I can feel the firmness.
Yeah.
Feel. And that right there, look.
Oh, that's pretty. What a platter of meat.
Beautiful.
Look at that. Just comes right off.
I mean, that's tender meat. Look at some pork shreddings here.
Those shredders do such a great job. Look at that.
Yeah. That's beautiful.
You can pick it up, you can shred it, you can use the guides to slice meats. I absolutely love the meat shredders.
Oh, the meat shredders, this is the way to go. And I just want you to understand that that's fall off the bone. It's what it is. I'm going to shred a little more in the bowl. But right now what I'm mainly doing is pulling off the bone. Would you like to see the bone? Bone in. First of all, pulled pork is amazing when it has that. Boneless pulled pork is no good. This right here keeps it super tender. And when it's clean, when that bone is clean like that.
And it came right off, y'all. I watched it.
You know it's done, and you know that it's good and proper.
And I admit I tried it, and it's
tastes like candy.
Succulent. Alrighty, friends. Here is our smoked feast. We're gonna have the family dinner probably sometime this week. So we've got all of this gorgeous, beautiful pulled pork that Brooks did. And then we've got this lovely piece of salmon that is smoked. And we've got 4 chicken breasts. We've got the sweet onion sauce on one and the teriyaki with honey on the other. My famous champagne dill tater salad. And the sorghum coleslaw. So I'm gonna make a plate and I'm gonna try it. But first, I'm gonna feed the fellas. Hey everybody, I am hot and sweaty, but we are at the end of our day. There will be no auction tonight because guess what? We are pooped. It's been very busy. Sometimes I think we can do more than we can, and hey, we're human. So it's okay, there'll be other auctions and other things that I can get, or maybe I'll find things I need somewhere else. So you've gotten to come along with me making the champagne dill potato salad. the wonderful slaw that's on top of our pulled pork sandwiches with the sorghum syrup from Muddy Pond. Brooks has smoked us wonderful meats, and that's gonna last, you know, for a couple of family dinners, and we might freeze some back, so that is really nice. The salmon. So I guess I'm gonna try it for y'all. The boys are eating because they've been in construction mode building a couple of rocking chairs for our patio. All right, so this is big. I hope that you guys can see how big this sandwich is. All right, so let's give it a try. Oh my. I don't need to go out for barbecue anymore. I got Brooks Cooks. And this, I have the brown sugar and bourbon savory sauce from Pampered Chef on this. It has like onion pieces in it, and it's sweet, but not overly sweet. It just totally enhances the flavor of that pork with that crunch of the slaw on top. That actually might be the best pulled pork sandwich I've had anywhere, and it's here at our house. I'm not even joking. Let me go with the tater salad, which the peanut gallery guys in there have already said that it's really good. It is just a rich and delicious potato salad. It's not typical. There's just so much beautiful flavor going on in there. You do taste the little bit of wine that's in there, 2 tablespoons throughout the whole huge batch. And then the champagne dill mustard just adds a layer of richness. It is the best. And I've only been making potato salad for about 5 years. I never had a need to. My mom always made it, or Brooks's mom always made it, or somebody else, my sister always made it. I never had to make potato salad. So when I decided to finally make potato salad, I was like, I'm gonna do it different. And we happened to buy this mustard at the Biltmore, and the potato salad was born. So that's how the potato salad was born. So I hope you'll make it. The jar of the champagne dill mustard lasts for probably 6 or 8 batches of potato salad, so it will last you a couple of years in the refrigerator. All right, let's try the salmon. I didn't used to be a salmon girl, but Brooks kind of has brought me around to that. It's good, perfect. Lemon pepper, lemon pepper, and then fresh lemon and dill. That's really all you need for salmon, although the teriyaki sauce would not be too bad on that either. All right, so I have, and I'm only gonna eat a bite of this, a teriyaki chicken breast. And oh my gosh, it's so juicy. I know you probably can't see that from here, but the inside is not dry at all. So let me give that a try. Trying to not get a huge bite. Oh my gosh. First of all, that chicken breast is tender. It is not at all dry, not even a little bit. Seasoned perfectly with the rotisserie season that I put on, and the garlic powder and the garlic and herb rub. It's fantastic. And then that little bit of sweetness on there from the teriyaki sauce. I'm not a huge teriyaki sauce, but just that little bit of glaze that's on there just brings a little tad of that sweetness, and it's really perfect. Guys, I feel like we went out to the best barbecue joint in town, and it was right here on the Ramsey Ranch. Seriously. If you don't have a pellet smoker, get one. They're not hard to do at all, not really. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed everything that we did today. You got to see how the chicks are growing and growing and growing. They are like little tiny raptors that with feathers. I can't believe how big they got just in another week. And got to see our family up at the Farmers Market. check out those businesses that I featured. Endeavor Coffee Roasters. They're doing good things. They are doing such good things with their nonprofit business. So, and Leanne's Homemade Breads, I sent the links up there. She does ship. But if you're in the area, check out the Dandridge Farmers Market. If you're visiting the area, go spend a day in Dandridge. It's a sweet town. It is a very historical town. There's several things to do up there. You can visit Valentine Mills, which we have talked about, which is also in Dandridge. So go spend a day in Dandridge, go to the farmer's market, go visit the Valentines up at the mill, maybe have lunch at Martha's Market. There's plenty to do a day kind of away from the hubbub of the Pigeon Forge area if you're visiting. We are praying for everyone in Kentucky and everywhere else who has been affected by all of the storms. It's devastating, and just know that if you or someone you know are affected, we are praying for all of you, and it breaks our hearts to see it all, and we are just so sorry. But for now, Momo is here, and he wants his cut. You want a little piece of chicken, just a teeny little piece. All right, there you go, Momo. Peachy gets a tiny, teeny little piece. There you go. All right. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the Ramsey Ranch Kitchen. Don't know what's coming next, but you got to see a little taste of everything today, quite literally. And get you in the kitchen and cook you up something good. I love you guys. Thank you all so much for your love and support. If you saw a Pampered Chef item that you liked or gotta have, our website is below in the description box. Thank you to all of you who have been supporting and purchasing things that you need for your kitchens and loving them. I've heard from several of you as you have been getting your things and how excited you are about them. But and if you have a question about anything that you see in the video, most likely I can tell you about it. And it might be a Pampered Chef product, and if not, I can tell you where I got it. But in the meantime, we love you all, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.
The crowd goes wild for dinner. We loved it.